Okay, after the storm damage in this neighborhood, we're still doing roof checks. Here's a roof we did 2 years ago, a malarkey job. Homeowner just wanted to make sure everything was okay, and it is. No damage here, everything's laying flat. But I would like to show you, you guys hear me ranting and raving all the time about valleys dead ending into walls. And it's a dead valley, so it lands about 4 or 5 inches away from the corner, outside corner there. So when we're shingling, this had shingles all the way down to the corner, and that's fine when it's all new construction, because you shingle first, you get all the underlayments wrapped around there nice and tight, up the wall, ice and water and all that fun stuff, and it's pretty much sealed up dry, and you're going to be fine with a valley dumping into a wall. When the valley dumps into the wall with step flashing, what's really keeping the water out is the underlayment. So what you can see we did here on the re-roof, in order to get this to not leak, what we do, we'll let this airplane go by. What we like to do, this corner wall here, we come in here, we take all this siding off. And there's a couple ways to redo it. Reusing everything, if it doesn't break and crack, you can reuse the siding. But what we got ice and water underneath everything. We got ice and water up the wall, and about 4 feet up, we got step flashing going up like normal. But right down here on the corner is the problem area when you re-roof, because if you leave the siding, you leave the outside corner, you can't get underlayment up around there very good. So we like taking the outside corner off and taking all this siding off, and we put EPDM rubber in there. So this EPDM rubber is going to come a couple feet up underneath the shingles all the way around here. It's wrapped around the corner nice and tight. It goes up the wall 6 inches or so, and then we reinstall the siding and we reinstall the outside corner. The funny thing on this one, the homeowner said, don't worry about the paint, I'm going to paint it. And obviously he never did paint it, but you can't see it from anywhere anyway. But that's the detail. That's how we like to do it on re-roofs. We know that's never going to leak. It's just a done deal. And when you re-roof and you're just going to let a valley dead end into a corner, especially one that ends up about 4 or 5 inches back, it's just a bunch of water that's splashing like crazy. And there's probably 7-8 square shingles all hitting that point right there. Now it can all hit that point, bust out, flash itself out away from the wall, and never going to have an issue. The other thing we did here on the front of this, you can see what we did is it's cement board siding. We want to get new underlayment up the wall, and we want new step flashing. So what we did is we just cut the cement board out. We installed ice and water on the roof deck, went up the wall 3-4 inches, did step flashing properly. The step flashing is wrapped around the corner, the rubber's lapped over the top of that. And then we reinstalled a new cover board and drip cap. This rubber right here is not stuck to the shingles. Rubber, you cannot stick rubber to the shingles. You got to have a solid substrate. So what we have underneath that, what we're sticking to, is we nail metal down over the top of the shingles. We prime and we glue the metal. We prime and glue the rubber down to the metal, and that'll never come loose. Been doing it like that for years. I've never been called back that that's ever come loose on any job. So that's kind of how we like to do them. And on a re-roof situation, I'd highly recommend anybody doing that. That detail there takes one guy to do that. It probably adds an hour to the job, 1 man hour. And, you know, for the cost of a job, $12,000, $13,000 for a roof like this, 14, whatever it was, another hour bidding into that, and you explain to the homeowner why you want to do that, they're going to pay for it every time. If they don't want to pay for it, just donate it. You're never going to have a callback on that corner. But we know on all the repairs that we do out here all the time, this is the #1 leak that we get called out for, is a valley dumping into a sidewall. So that's how we do it. We recommend you give it a try. I found over all these years Whenever I've done that, I've never had an issue. Whenever we've tried to reshingle that area, 2-3 years later, we get a call back, and it's always in the middle of winter. When this thing is full of ice and snow, and then it starts to warm up and the water wants to run out, but it can't because there's all the snow, we get leaks there. This was a plan that I came up with years ago, and we just don't have issues with it anymore. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to press the like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next project. We're proud to serve the greater Sioux Falls area, and we're always here to help with all your roofing and exterior needs, from repairs to full replacements. Got a question or need help with your home? Drop a comment or reach out at 605-764-9517 or visit our website at jimwoodsroofing.com. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, we'll see you on the next project.